As a content creator, it can be overwhelming to find the right tools for you, especially when everyone seems to be using something super fancy that they're paying a lot of money for, and everything nowadays is a subscription. So this video is basically a decent sized list of all the tools that you can use for free. Now, some of them are gonna be freemium, meaning that you can use them partially for free, but if you wanna unlock more stuff, you'll have to pay. But still, you can partially use them for free. That doesn't mean that it's not free, just like a free-to-play game. But since we're on the subject of amazing free tools, today's sponsor would fit right into the list, and today's sponsor is Koji. This is Koji. And they completely reimagined the whole link in bio service by turning it into an app store. Let me explain. You can use it as a list of links for all your different platforms, but that little lightning bolt indicates that we're using an app. And that app allows us to have access to content or services or any type of interaction directly into our page. So any type of content or interaction you want to have with your community, they don't have to click and go on a different platform every single time. You can directly access it right here. For example, Spotify playlist right there. Latest YouTube video, boom, right there. Would you like to give a tip for that YouTube video because you found it useful or something? Boom, you can boost it right there. I did mention apps, and those are apps that allow you to do all of that. And there's an app for everything. This is their app store, and it's like filled with things that you can actually offer, again, as content, service, or just interaction. Koji is by far the best link in bio for Twitch streamers. On this page, there is a Ask Me Anything app, so I can just submit a question, boom, without ever leaving the page. I can contribute directly to this artist by making a donation straight from their page. I can watch the latest music video from this artist via YouTube, but without opening a different tab. If you offer a newsletter, people can subscribe directly here. You can offer exclusive content like shoutouts, schedule live meet and greets, sell services or digital products. All of that within your clean, versatile, highly customizable, mobile-ready Koji page. It's difficult to tell you about all the possibilities, so check out the link in the description and try Koji for free. All right, let's jump right into the list with OBS Studio. You probably heard of it. You probably already use it, but basically if you're not using OBS Studio, please consider it because it's basically the most versatile tool that even I use as a content creator. It allows me to not only live stream, but also record and also create some animations. You can actually do composition with OBS Studio, which is something that not a lot of people know. So it's a quick and easy way to slap some images and videos together. It also comes with a virtual camera feature that you can use to replace your webcam basically, so you can have high quality production stuff if you're doing like a presentation online on Zoom or something like that. And since it stands for Open Broadcasting Software, people can basically develop some plugins for it, so you can make it do whatever you want. I'm actually using a plugin right now, as you can see. OwnPro is a service that basically aims to give you everything you need for streaming. Full disclosure, I'm partnered with them, but the reason why they're on the list is because they offer you so many things to get you started, especially since it was built to work with OBS Studio. They have over 600 premium overlays that you can use, and all the little widgets like alert box in the stream events list, and they have their own chatbot. If you want like free copyright free music, they also offer all of that stuff. So check out OwnPro. My special link is own.gg/GalLevelPro, and it is a freemium model. So take a look at the things that you can do with the free version, where you have access to a bunch of overlay packs, copyright free music, widgets, stream labels, chatbot, and even your own donation site. All of that for free with no payment at all. Now for aspiring YouTubers or other types of content creators, vidIQ is something that really helped me with my YouTube channel. Basically, it's some sort of plugin that you install on your Chrome browser, and it's gonna give you like more information on YouTube than you would get with the normal site. You probably saw in one of my tutorials, I usually have like extra stats showing and stuff like that. For example, under every video, I'll see how many views it's getting per hour. I'll have a little recap of how many views I got in a year, how many views I got in the past 60 minutes. And of course, this is like another channel. This is not my main channel, but it's pretty helpful, especially when you're doing competitive research. For example, this video from Thrill Seeker, I can go here and click, and then I'll have a bunch of information about the video. I can even see what video tags they use, what tags they have on their channel, the topics that's gonna be in the video, and it's gonna give me a bunch of stats that will help me figure out how to tailor my videos for a specific audience. I do have the premium version because it actually allows me to do some keyword research on a specific subject. It also tells me some rising keywords and stuff like that. So if you wanna really go try hard when it comes to keyword and trend and all of that, vidIQ is definitely worth it. The price is kind of high, I'm not gonna lie. I'm paying $12 a month and I don't have access to to most of the things. But with my 12 bucks a month, I can actually generate a bunch of ideas. So it scans my channel and it's like, hey, you should maybe do this video. We predict that this video is going to have more views or it's going to have less views, but this is good for you. You can save some ideas. You can dismiss more ideas and all of that. You can set up competitors and it will tell you how your competitors are doing compared to you and stuff like that. It's great. An extra cool thing with vidIQ is that they recently started giving you stats on TikTok. There you go. You're going to see a little percentage here and it's your engagement rate on certain TikToks. Pretty cool. Coming up next, we have Canva. Now, Canva is great if you want to push out some quick graphics, right? The best thing about Canva is their app because it allows you to create whatever you want. You have templates on your phone ready to go. You need to make a quick flyer, you need to change your stream schedule, for example, or you need to make a YouTube thumbnail. You can do it from your phone and it's really easy to use, right? But that being said, if you want to do more stuff, if you want to have a lot of control over your graphic design and your style and all of that, Canva is not the best. It's more like use a template real quick and then put something together and then boom, it's ready to go. It allows you to make like logos, flyers, banners, posters, resume, anything basically. My problem is that there are certain features that are behind a paywall that are kind of ridiculous. Last time I used it, I wanted a transparent PNG and I had to pay to make it transparent, and that is ridiculous to me, but the rest is definitely usable and it's very intuitive for a beginner, basically. Now, for more advanced stuff, I actually highly recommend using Photopea. If you watch my channel, you know that I have a bunch of videos where this is literally Photoshop. Like there's no other way for me to tell you that. It's literally Photoshop for free on a web browser, accessible anywhere in the world, basically. So if you learn Photopea, you actually learn Photoshop, so which is an actual skill that you can put on your resume. Actually, and they have PSD templates that I'm trying to add more to because not a lot of people seem to be using it. For example, I recently uploaded this template that you can just go on the text, double click on the T, and then type your text, right? And then you can format it, export it, change whatever you want. Photopea for advanced stuff. If you're really thinking about your brand and your image online, consider using Photopea instead of something like Canva. LumiaStream.com. At first, this was basically, hey, how do I make my Twitch chat control my smart RGB lights? But it evolved quickly into something else, something more. Full disclaimer, I am partnered with LumiaStream. They are amazing. I really love the app. Yeah, when I say that it evolved into something more, recently I was able to put on a heart rate monitor and then my lights would change when my heartbeat would reach a certain BPM. So there's a ton of integrations. It works with so many devices, but also software like OBS, Slobs, supports multiple animations. You can create your own overlays directly into Lumia. If you have like Elgato key lights, it's also compatible. You can make your chat like control them via alerts or just chat commands. Works with Touch Portal, Stream Deck, and stuff like that. And it's available on multiple platforms. It's not just Twitch, right? You have YouTube, Facebook, Trovo, all of that. And then look at the lights that are compatible. All of those. It's not just the fancy Hue, Philips Hue, or whatever. You have Home Assistant and my favorite, Smart Life, because it's probably the cheapest anyways. But yeah, you probably saw a Razer in here. There's Logitech in here. All of that is compatible. They have their own Twitch extension. I believe they also have like a chat bot or something. It's great. Check it out. And yeah, remember that thing that I said about the heart rate monitor? Pulsoid is the service that I use for that. It basically gives you a heart rate monitor widget for your live streams. And of course, you can put it in OBS. So if you're just recording videos to upload later, yes, that also works, right? If you're doing gaming videos, it's not just horror game. I know the first thing we think about is, oh, I'm gonna get scared. If you're playing like a high energy FPS, your heart rate is gonna go up, and it's kind of like very engaging to see that happen. So Pulsoid. Personally, I use something called the Cuspo something, and I bought mine for like 15 bucks, so very inexpensive. I logged into Pulsoid and I had access to a bunch of widgets, and they have multiple like looks and stuff like that. You can customize it, and then they have something called the Bro plan where you get access to even more widgets and more options. I believe they have an auto clipper, so basically the best moments of your stream or your video or whatever, it's actually going to automatically clip it so that you can have it. So it's going to be easier for you to make that jump scare compilation, basically. ViadoTube, or in this case ViadoTube Mini, is basically an app, or it's just a software basically that allows you to create a PNG tuber. For content creators that don't want to show their face, it's the easiest way for you to slap a couple of images together. I made a whole video. I made multiple videos about it actually. Slap a couple images together and then boom, you have a little thing that's moving, that's reacting to your voice, and it's more engaging than not having any faces or anything at all. It's great. And it's free. Now, while doing research for this video, I thought about something called Face Rig, and it's basically like an alternative to your webcam. You're gonna use your webcam, and it's gonna have a 3D model or a bunch of 3D models that you can pick from, and it's gonna track your face and it's gonna apply it to the 3D model. So you can be like, you probably seen this dog playing CS:GO or something like that, right? But it is not free. I have it, but I paid for it, so it doesn't fit in this list. So I looked up free alternatives, and there's a bunch of them that came up, but I didn't get to test them, so I cannot say for sure that this is great, use that. But apparently there's Move, Vizu Play, F-Clone, Face Effects, Crazy Talk, Mocap X, Gravity, iClone, Blender, which is a 3D modeling software, but it's in there, Lightwave 3D, Houdini, which seems like a pretty hefty software to just do face tracking, 3D Crafter, Animation Master, Gabc, Plotagon, Movie Storm. If any of those ring a bell, I'll take your word for it, but I haven't tried any of those, and maybe in the future I'll do more research and actually find something that would be a good alternative to Face Rig. And for video editing, we have DaVinci Resolve Studio. It is known to be the best free option out there. It is bulky, it is powerful, it is useful, I've never personally used it, but I've heard so many good things about it that I have to include it in the list. The great thing about DaVinci Resolve, on top of being free, is that it has a great community, a big, giant community that are kind of like cult members. So they will teach you, right? If you get in the cult, they will teach you, and you're gonna learn about video editing, and you'll have everything you need. Just know that if you're in that cult, you're in forever. Also, do not ever make the mistake of mentioning any other video editor, which we're gonna do right now. HitFilm Express is also a great video editing software. It would be the one that I recommend the most if I wasn't in fear for my life because of DaVinci Resolve users. But hey, now you know it exists. It's more than capable of doing the basic YouTube stuff, like what I do, for example. You can absolutely do that in HitFilm Express. There are a couple of options that they usually want you to buy, but it's usually not necessarily worth it. But if you want to support them, definitely go ahead and spend a little bit of money in there. If all you want to do is cut videos, nothing too fancy, HitFilm Express is perfect. Next one is something that I actually tried as an app. It's called CapCut. I can speak. CapCut, and it is very powerful, and it's one of those video editors that give you a bunch of presets. So transitions, fancy text, fancy this, fancy that. They have like AI based transitions and effects for your images. If you've seen anything like, for example, on TikTok that has like fancy edits where the background is moving and the picture is moving in 3D, it's CapCut basically. And first time I used it, I was very impressed because I use paid software, but CapCut does way more than what I use. Also, the great thing about it is that it's coming to desktop. So soon there will be a big free video editor that has all of those amazing presets on desktop. So check it out. Here on the website, they're gonna tell you like a couple of things that it can do, adding speech to your video. So it does text to speech, I believe. There are straight up like TikTok or probably YouTube channels too that are dedicated to showing you how to make certain cool edits using CapCut, telling you exactly the length of the clips and stuff like that. The other one is InShot, and this is the one that I actually use almost on a daily basis. Every time I have to edit anything on my phone, I use InShot. To me, like the manipulation is a little smoother than CapCut, but CapCut is a much better app, technically. The thing with InShot is that when you're using the free version, they're gonna put a little watermark, but it has like a tiny little X. When you click on the X, it's gonna play an ad. You have to wait, close the ad, and then you can have, this powerful editing app for free. You can export 1080p, 60 FPS, and all of that stuff. I have the paid version. Oh yeah, something really cool is that they give you copyright-free music directly into the app. So you edit your video and then they have music that you can add and you're Gucci. You can add a bunch of effects, but you know me, I like to keep things simple. They have filters, all of that stuff. But yeah, it's a fully fledged editing software. There's not a lot that I can do on like Adobe Premiere or maybe DaVinci Resolve, I don't know, that I can't do in InShot. It is something that I'm personally trying to use more because of how powerful it is. And I realized maybe I can edit my videos, shoot them and edit them on the go. Now we have blender.org, and Blender is a software. It's kind of a do-it-all software that is completely free, and people will develop certain plugins and stuff like that. Makes it very, very awesomely powerful. I've never used the actual compositor, aka video editor part of it, but it was mostly made to model and render 3D models, basically, right? It's mostly made for 3D stuff. A lot of VFX artists use it. It's just amazing. Again, that's another software that has an amazing community with no real downside, really. The community is amazing. Look at this boy. A lot of respect for that boy right there. So definitely check out Blender. If you watch movies, series, probably you've seen visual effects that were made in Blender, and it's completely free. Isn't that great? But yeah, some people will recommend it for the video editing part. You would have to look into that. I've never used it personally. I use Blender only for 3D modeling and rendering. Also, on top of that, the learning curve might be a little steep, but it's a good way. Like it's a job. Once you know how to use it properly, basically, you can make a lot of money by selling models or just doing freelance as a VFX artist, compositor, or everything that Blender can do, basically. Joincombo.com is basically one of those services that will take your Twitch clips and allow you to convert them into, take portrait format, I should say, YouTube Shorts, Instagram Reels, whatever. And honestly, it's the best. They recently added a feature that is so needed for that stuff and makes the whole process way easier. They added auto captioning. So you log in with your Twitch account, it's already gonna pull up your Twitch clips. You're gonna tell it where the camera is, where the gameplay is, and then you can save that as a template so you never have to do it ever again. And then it creates the subtitles for you so you can have text on screen from what you're saying. And then you can directly publish to both YouTube and TikTok. And they're probably gonna be adding more stuff. They have a paid version, and the paid version does some kind of amazing stuff, like automatically editing your clips while you're still live. So once you're done streaming, you go up and all your clips are ready to post for TikTok or YouTube. I've worked with them in the past and I've been using it ever since. Another one that you can use is Streamladder. I think this one is mostly known because I don't know, maybe it was there before Join Combo, but a lot of TikTokers talk about it. And yeah, same thing. Basically, you can format your clips. The problem is that I believe you cannot save your stuff. There's no watermark, which is great. Join Combo also doesn't have a watermark, but there's a couple of features that are annoyingly behind paid walls. Like if I wanted my camera to be a circle, I would have to pay for that specific template and stuff like that. It makes it kind of annoying, but it's pretty quick. It works well. If you want to use this, you can use it. But yeah, my favorite is Join Combo. There's also Cross Clip that is similar to Streamladder, but there's going to be more watermark, more stuff against paywalls and stuff like that. I love the UI when you're actually editing it, but yeah, unfortunately, on top of a watermark, I believe they also add like an outro at the end of your clip, which is very annoying. And yeah, the cool thing with CrossClip is that they have an app, so you can easily transfer stuff from your mobile. But things like Join Combo, you can also access all of that and do all of the same things from your phone, and you don't even have to download an app. Streamladder, I don't remember if they have an app or not, but basically I know that you can do Streamladder stuff on your phone. Next up, we have speechchat.com, another one that I love using. It's basically TTS for your live stream. It works with Twitch and also YouTube. Once you're logged in, basically, it will give you more information than any other chat will give you. It will actually tell you when people join the chat, I don't think they tell you when people leave the chat, but yeah. It can read out the alerts. You can make it read out the alerts. There's multiple voices.
Testing. Hi. Oh, hi, Mark.
A cool thing is that it tries to give everyone in chat a different personality. So the tone and the speed of the voice is going to be different for everyone. If you do like stuff like VR, or if you do games where you don't necessarily have access to chat, where you can't look at chat, this is absolutely great. Right now, I know that hosting is going away on Twitch, but if someone hosts you with 0 viewers on Twitch actually, the Twitch API doesn't allow something like Streamlabs or Stream Elements to give you an alert, but Speech Chat absolutely does. So I still get 0 viewer host alerts thanks to Speech Chat. This one is kind of a secret one, but I'm still gonna talk about it. This is Acapella Downloader. Basically, someone was tired of having all the TTS voices behind paywalls, so they decided to make a little software that has all of them. As you can see here, there's multiple languages and all that stuff, and it includes very popular TTS voices that are not necessarily easy to find, usually behind a paywall. For example, Will from Afar.
Hi, I am Will from Afar and I love you.
But it also includes some weird ones like Will Little Creature.
Hi, I am Will from afar and I love you.
And the cool thing here is that you just put your text here and then you can download it as an audio file. So I use this on my videos when I mess up something or I forget to put a piece of information. I can just put a TTS and I can make it read it in whatever voice that I want. I think this is a child's voice.
I am Will from afar and I love you.
Not a child's voice.
Hi, I am Will from afar and I love you.
And here you can select the output. So if you have something like virtual cable, voice meter, or anything that can basically use an output as an input, you can use this in Discord. Sometimes I don't feel like talking or I have my speakers on and I don't want to plug in my headset. So I'll just talk through this TTS on Discord to my friends. It's great. It's kind of hard to find, but if you Google it, acapella downloader, TTS, you should be able to find it. Next one is TTS Monster. Now, I haven't put this into practice yet, but my good friend UnaVT told me about it and I'm very excited. Those are custom AI text-to-speech for streamers. Basically, you can use them as alerts and stuff like that, and the voices are specific. The voices are something else. Basically, you're gonna have famous people voices and stuff like that, and sometimes streamer voices even. For example, right here we have Linus Tech Tip, we have Kanye West, we're gonna have Hassan, Eminem, Chills, Moist Critical, Obama, SpongeBob, Stormtrooper, Trump, Witch, Weekend, Watch Mojo, and all that stuff. Let's take a listen real quick.
His palms are sweaty, these weak arms are heavy.
Guys, can you please not spam the chat? My mom borrowed me this new laptop and it gets really hot when the chat is being spammed.
I absolutely love that they have like copy pastas in there.
Before we get into today's video, make sure to purchase a water bottle at lttstore.com.
My fellow Americans, we have found life on a new planet, and we will be moving to the planet.
And my favorite.
Number 15, your dog shit out the game, stop playing it, but thanks for streaming.
The extra cool thing with this is that it actually syncs with Streamlabs or Stream Elements, meaning that you will get alerts for your donations also, instead of just using the Twitch API. Every alert that you can get through Stream Elements or Streamlabs, you're gonna get them with TTS Monster too. Now, if there's a tool that you as a content creator use and you feel like everyone should know and for some reason I missed it, let me know in the comment section below. I might make another video on the subject. This was basically the tip of the iceberg, but I gotta tell you to subscribe to the channel, especially if that's not the first time you're seeing my face. I should have included gumroad.com/getlevel for free overlays. Now you know. And I'll see you next time. Go out there, make me proud, get level, out.